Man, I could sit and listen to this theme all day. I mean, I'm not going to, because that'd be a pretty terrible episode, actually. Just sitting here listening to me, listening to this theme all day without doing anything. Be the most, non-progressive episode that ever happened. What's going on, everybody? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and we're experiencing our first dungeon of the game alongside experiencing this wonderful theme for the first time in this game, and it is great. Also, I have no idea what these things are. It's bothered me for years. Like, they kind of sort of look like sentient garbage bags that, you know, somebody tried to bring them to life, but right before he did it, he took, like, not made balloon animals, like, you know, they inflated them, but they never twisted them into anything, and just decided to, like, cram them into the bag, and then did, like, some type of magic spell to bring the trash to life, and now they're just, like, waving around, kind of looking like tentacles. It was a swing and a miss, we can say that. I mean, this is a very strange dungeon in general, if you think about it. Think about the first two things that we have seen to deter interlopers from progressing further in this. We have living garbage, and we have something that would make Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy very, very excited. We have Water Ball Canyon. Canyons? We got them damn water ball canyons right here in the middle of the room. Water ball cannons. It just, it kind of begs the question, like, the guy, or whoever it was, the person that decided to walk into this palace and was like, hey, I'm gonna turn this place into a dungeon that's going to be, harboring a very important relic that's needed to uproot the Master Sword from its resting place. Let me just come in here and let me take some inventory of what's going on in here, and we'll see what we have to work with. Do you think that, like, at any point he walked into one of the rooms and just saw, like, just piles and piles and piles of just full garbage bags just stacked all the way up to the ceiling? And he just looks at that and he's like, you know what? I think I can do something with this. This is gonna work just fine. I mean, why would I even bother going through the process of using my dark magic to drum up some real fierce enemies for the opposition? I mean, who would ever want to have, big badass knights with giant claymores and really daunting looking armor and, like some type of demonic abomination that just rises up out of the floor and strikes fear into the hearts of any man willing to walk into this room? Where instead, I can bring garbage bags to life and put some... and make it have tentacles and, change their colors so they don't look exactly like the hefty bags you get from the grocery store. And, instead of actually having, humanoid, like real, like, human-looking beings that actually have, like, flesh and muscles that could really inflict some real damage if they swung a weapon at their opponent, I'm just gonna go to the local graveyard and I'm just gonna do just, like, some type of mass incantation that brings to life just everybody there. And by everybody there, I mean everybody that died from the exact same thing. Everybody that died from the same blunt force trauma to the head in the exact same spot that leaves the same crack on the skull. And you know what? We're not even going to have them, like, even acknowledge the fact that there's even anybody here. They're not gonna track the person down. They're just gonna, wander aimlessly. And if somebody runs into them by accident, well, then then it was their fault, And it's weird because all the other dungeons in this game get significantly better with time. Do you think at any point they, like, came back to this one, they're like, hey, Ted, you want to go back and change this a little bit? I mean, we really did a pretty good job at making these things kind of, intimidating looking, and you're working with skeletons and garbage, man. I mean, you might want to do a little bit of something about that. Ed, it is I, the root beer man. I can talk to you through... I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles with a triangle on them. By the way, when you leave, could you totally go pick me up a 12-pack of root beer from the convenience store next door to my house? I mean, it's right next door to me, and I know you're busy, but I'm kind of binge watching Luke Cage on Netflix with nothing more than my skivvies on. So I figured maybe, you know, I'm not in like any hurry or anything. Just when you get done, could you go grab me some? I'm getting a little extra parched, and they're coming up on the good part. Which, by the way, I've heard, like, everybody that I've heard from that has seen Luke Cage, everybody is saying that that show is the balls, and I'm super excited about it. I don't know why, you know, a show being considered the balls would be exciting, but I've heard that Luke Cage is just, like, the most badass, gangsterific man in the world. Like, I thought that Daredevil was pretty hard, but apparently Luke Cage puts that shit to shame, which is actually really exciting for me, because I thought that Daredevil was pretty wild, and it definitely was, but if this show is that much more, you know, crazy than this, then, or if this show is that much crazier than that, I guess would be more proper in that situation, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty awesome. I just have to get through the other, you know, 38 shows that I'm watching right now. So, yeah, what do you do? Oh, the Waterball Canyon. It's the old Waterball Canyon again. That actually sounds like an interesting name for a water park or something. Welcome to Waterball Canyon! I also never really understood what the whole deal is with these four little skull and crossbone guys that are just kind of revolving around this pot. Like, I know what they're hiding, but it's so weird that they just decide as soon as everybody dies in this room, they all just separate. They're just like, just watch. Come on. There we go. They're just like, oh, all the adults are gone! Separate! It's time to party! And they're like, wait a minute. Oh god, we were hiding that key, that's right. Oh, damn it. Well, time to just keep running into the wall until something else happens. Shit, the boss is gonna be mad. And now it's time to go get our super spectacular, amazing V dungeon item that we're going to be using quite often. Really, really happy about that. By the way, you know, something that I really wish would stop happening in my work life is I really wish that people would stop, like customers in general, I wish that they would stop being so, you know, without a filter, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Like, I have way too many customers that have zero filter in telling me about personal stuff with them. And, like, I don't, like, if it's for, like, emotional stuff, that's fine. You know, I get people that I sell, you know, stress-related products to, and, you know, if they want to tell me their personal stories about what's going on in their life and why they need this, that's totally cool. I'm talking about the people that really feel the need that they've got to go the extra 5 miles in telling me way too much stuff about their bodily functions. I had a lady today, she came in, like, not too long before I was closing. It was probably like 20 minutes before closing. And she comes in, and, oh, I didn't get the key, which means this guy's got it. One of you fools has this thing, and I'm gonna put an arrow right in your eye. Oh, come on! Your eye was open, you liar. Okay, so you don't have it. That means you have it. Perfect. So she comes in, and she's like, hey, I really, really need some stuff for my for my gestion. Just my regular gestion, not my digestion, or my bigestion. Just my gestion. I apparently can't talk tonight. Anywho, she's like, my digestion is just way off. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I was like, well, I mean, we've got plenty of things that are pretty good for fixing that. She's like, no, you don't even understand what the problem is. I was like, I'm pretty sure I do. I mean, I'm almost positive I've heard just about every story in the book about what's going on with people's insides and what have you. And she's like, no, you don't get it. She's like, I'm not even kidding. She actually said this. She's like, my asshole is on fire. It burns so bad. It feels seriously. It feels like molten magma from Mount Vesuvius is just boiling inside of my ass. And I'm just like, what? I was like, what? I was in such disbelief by her just laying it all out there. She just totally just threw it all on the table. She's like, it just feels like molten lava from an active volcano is just boiling right inside of me. And it needs to go. It just has to get out right now. And I was just like, oh my god, take it easy. I need to have that stuff never happen again, because that is so fucking gross. Anywho, one more thing about, now that I think about it, in terms of this whole, like, taking inventory and just, like, throwing whatever you can think of in here. As a last line of defense, to actually guard the relic itself from, you know, somebody looking to take it, the guy, instead of, you know, coming up with like a fire-breathing dragon or something really super important or something really daunting to be like, oh shit, this guy's like, what can I possibly think of to really deter him away? Oh, I have an idea. 6 giant chess pieces. That's what we're gonna use. And their attack, instead of using their sword and shield, we're just gonna make them bounce up and down on the floor. I just don't understand it. It is just the weirdest enemy that you could possibly think of. It is fantastic. It's just like the guy like went up into his attic. He's like, boy, I need one more thing to really bring this whole thing together. Oh, I've got the perfect idea. I'll take my chessboard and I'll take all the knights off. I'll go buy a couple extra ones from Walmart, and we're totally just gonna slap them in the last room in here and see what happens. Also, one other thing, I totally love the sound that these guys make when they blow up. Come on, do it, damn it. Oh, I didn't even get to hear it. Oh, it's not making the noise now, what the hell? Here we go, I'm gonna get it. There it was. I love it. Oh, I love it. I actually just laughed a fart out with that. It was great. Oh, boy. And now we get our extra special looking pear with 2 stems on it. Or 1 really long stem. You won the Pendant of Courage. Go take it to the root beer man. Also, don't forget the 12-pack. He's a real bitch when he doesn't get what he wants. Ping! Alright, let's go. Alright. Now we get to go and give it to the man so he can go tell us another story that we really don't need to hear, but we're gonna hear it anyways, because that guy really loves to tell a good story. Let's go in there, you know? Let's do the damn thing. And now we're gonna get a new pair of shoes out of it all, even better with that. What have you to tell me, good sir? He's like, did you bring my shit? Because if you didn't, I'm sending you back out. We're not even talking. Oh? You've got the Pendant of Courage and my root beer. Good job. Now I will tell you more of the legend. I won't even pay you back for it. No rewards. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal, and then he went and sang Kiss from a Rose, and it was played a lot. Luckily, it's a good song. I like it. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Ed, I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants, and carry this with you. It is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. Shoes! Actually, just 1 shoe. You can only you pick what foot it goes on, but you only get 1. Imagine him trying to do that dash attack with just 1 shoe on. He's just like clomping around with his 1 foot. That'll be great. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Go get it. Alright, sounds awesome to me. That's going to be a thing to do, not today, but next time. Because when we come back next time and let's play some more Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, we're going to go literally to the other side of the world. And then after that, we're going to go to the other side of the world again. So, 2 other side of the world trips are going to be ensuing in the next couple episodes of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching. And we have 1 down. You guys take care. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.